Hello, my name is Gabriel Carrasco, and we are here at Baumberger Park, I believe it's called. It's a little bit cold, so I got my hoodie on. Let's get to it. So just walking in, rock right here. It appears to have a lot of like small divots. You can see one there. You can see a really deep one right here. There's another one here, and some more all around the rock. These divots are chemical weathering through a reaction between rain droplets that would fall when it rains here and react with the rock dissolving a little bit of the material every time where the droplets were, and over time it would have created like small divots such as those ones. It's a little bit smaller, so this one's probably pretty recent, and the one that I showed earlier, this one, that one is probably pretty old. It's been happening for a while here, so it's got a bunch of divots. Let's keep looking around, see what we find. Here are some more examples of those divots created through chemical weathering, but we won't talk about them anymore since I already did talk about them. Here I have found this rock. We can see that it has like a bunch of cracks. The one big one right here, there's a secondary one over there, and there's some more cracking right here. This one as well also has a bunch of cracks. That was most likely due to physical weathering through whenever the temperature dropped down around here, the rock might have contracted really fast, and then during the day it expanded, of course, and then as it gets pretty hot over here, and so the interaction between those two might have caused enough stress so the rock could start cracking, and probably in like a long time it'll be like cracked completely, and the two sides will split where the biggest crack is. This rock right here seems to be experiencing the same phenomenon. Yeah. So right here we can see an example of what's it called, biological weathering or biotic weathering, where this little plant right here got into the crack of this big rock and started growing, and as it expanded it made the rock crack right there, and then also the accumulation of all this sediment and water probably that went in there made the rock cracked even further. I believe we can see that right here too with this tree root, although yeah, because this is like solid rock that's on the ground, so that would have also cracked that. This whole thing right here was probably like one big rock that was cracked. You can see like the rest of the rock over here. Here is another rock that has been cracked. This one we can move out actually and see that the burying ants probably had something to do with this, through another biological weathering. They probably got into the cracks, started like burying in there, and through time with their activities under the rock combined with other physical weathering processes, they have caused this rock to crack and allowed me to take it off of there. We can see some other cracks on this rock. So yeah. Over here too, some more biological weathering with this big rock right here. being cracked down here, near the never mind, there is no plant there. However, this is probably a better example of it. As you can see, there's this giant like rock patch and just this one little tree or plant growing from it, which its roots burying underneath probably started cracking this rock. Not that one, but this entire rock. And if it grows big enough, it could even create the bigger crack. Over here, we can see some examples of more biological weathering through these lichens that attach to rocks. If it would focus, hello. Yes, these brown spots, you can see they're actually lichens which break down the rock little by little, but are still a process of weathering, biological weathering that is. And yeah, over here we can also see more biological weathering through these roots, or these plants that have roots underground. They seem to like after this crack right here was, this whole crack right here was formed, they probably something got in there that allowed them to grow, and now they're also pushing against both of these two rocks, this one and that one right there, and are making the crack bigger. Over here we can also see some more lichens, and we can also see more of those divots. A lot of them seem to be filled up with dirt, and an even bigger amount are just not big enough. But through more raining, in a couple 100 years, they'll be way bigger, allowing us to see them more clearly. You can see that there's some pretty big ones right here. Pretty big divots. Some more biological weathering. This tree right here, and you can see some of the roots that are just underneath this rock. This rock right here, and that has allowed it to crack the rock even further. We can see some more plants growing in there, cracking the rock, weathering it, that is. Some more, and even some more over here. You know, kind of surprisingly, there's a lot of conches or like shells right here. I wonder why that is. Here we can see this rock, which is mostly covered in the black stuff that you usually find on top of limestone. However, we can see here that this is pretty freshly cracked, which either indicates to us that something hit it, or most likely that it was weathered away through physical weathering, the freeze thaw action. Probably cracked like the very top layer that was most fragile, leaving behind these like, or allowing us to see the inside of the rock. And we can see right here that there's like a little bit of it still here. So this part was probably raised and more easily to fail and crack. Over here we can see some more of this freeze thaw action, the physical weathering. There has been a crack here that is starting to form, Most likely due to this freeze thaw action, there is some other cracks, I'd say. They're kind of covered up by the sediment that is on top of this, like this part. But yeah, there seems to be like some cracks on this side. You can see right here, it's been a little bit chipped off. If you would focus, hello. It's a little bit chipped off, as shown by the different color. More of like a brownish color on the inside. We can also see some more of the. So yeah, this will conclude my video here. Bye bye.